Is this my best bourbon haul of 2024? Let's find out. What is going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, bringing you guys a brand new video. Today we are going to be going over the bottles of bourbons and whiskeys that I was able to acquire for the month of January. Now, I know a lot of you guys have done a dry January, and for me as a content creator that deals with drinking alcohol, unfortunately I did not partake, but I give you guys my biggest kudos and congratulations if you did finish out all of your dry January. Even if you did a couple of weeks or a couple of days, couple of hours, couple of minutes, congratulations to you for fulfilling what you set out to do. But I know you probably still went out and bought bottles of bourbon, so I want to know what those bottles of bourbons and whiskeys are down in the comments below before I let you know what mine are, because I always like to see what people pick up. And also, if you like the content, smash that like button. We're on our way to 10,000 subscribers, so smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. But enough of the soppy stuff. One more thing though, one more thing. Go check out the Patreon down below. For as little as $2 a month, you can help support me and the channel like you wouldn't believe. And if you want some everyday merch, check out the store. But without further ado, let's get into bottle number one. Bottle number one is actually going to go to a trifecta. Now these are Squatty Potty bottles. These are 375 milliliter of 3 of the Whiskey Row bottles out of the Old Forester Distillery. The other day I did my review of the Old Forester 1924. If you want to go check that out, link to the video is in the description below. And we also did a live stream that day with the Old Forester 1924 and a couple of other Old Forester bottles, as well as a couple of other Brown-Forman bottles and stuff along those lines. I was looking on my shelves and I realized, holy cow, I drank all of my Old Forester bottles. I didn't have anything on the shelf to do the blind with, so I walked into my local store, Adelphia's, and on the shelf they had this little 375 milliliter box of the Whiskey Row. These are only 3 of the 5 offerings I think they have, but nonetheless, for 65 bucks, I got 375 milliliter bottles when, you know, you can get 2 of them for like 70 bucks. And I was like, you know what? This is going to be perfect. I really don't drink these that often, and when I do, at least I'll have a bottle of them, and they did the trick. So if you are looking for like a nice gift set for somebody, definitely look for these, because you're getting the 93 proof Old Fine Whiskey, absolutely delicious, coming in at 93 proof. You're getting the 1920 115 proof Prohibition style bourbon, and then you're getting their 1897, the bottled in bond. So you're getting a very nice assortment of proof, assortment of flavor profiles, and assortment of aged and finished bourbons in that trifecta set. Bottle number 2 that we picked up this month is gonna go to Old Tub. Now, we did a video with under $20 bottles of bourbons, and Old Tub was one of those bottles that made it onto that list and category, and I picked it up specifically for this video that we did, and I was not blown away by it. Now, obviously, you're not always going to be blown away by a bottle sub 20 bucks, but nonetheless, I was expecting to actually somewhat enjoy it. And for under $20 bottle of bourbon that's 100 proof, I believe, yes, this is bottled in bond, right? I believe, yes, bottled in bond out of the James B. Distilling Company. I just wasn't the biggest fan of it. You know, it didn't have the best flavor profile. If I'm going to recommend other Beam products, I'd probably recommend either Knob Creek 12 years, spend a little bit extra money, probably triple the money of this bad boy, or Knob Creek 9 year. You know, those are other really good Beam offerings that are at 100 proof and with a really nice age statement to them. So that's what I would recommend over this bad boy, but nonetheless had to pick it up for that video. Next bottle that we picked up is going to go to a bottle of Thanks to Salty Lettuce. We did a review of this bad boy right here. This is the Bardstown Bourbon Company single barrel proof, coming in at 123.6 proof. It's got out of Rickhouse B Floor 5. This is a 6-year, corn 60%, rye 36%, and malted barley 4%. Absolutely delicious, delicious pour, and I love every single pour that I go back to in this bottle. I actually had it last night, and man, oh man, it still does not disappoint, and I don't expect it to. So when I get the opportunity to pick up more of these Bardstown single barrels, I will 100% do so. Next bottle that we got this month is gonna go to a Hazmat. Now this is Old J.H.M. Whiskey Company Special Reserve. Now, if you know Doc over at Old Fashioned Ways, he just did a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. And, well, this was not part of the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, but they did a giveaway at the end of that live stream. If you guys were on top of that, you guys know that they did a very nice giveaway with this bottle. What this bottle specifically is a 13-year old Barton barrel that was then finished again for another year in a port wine barrel, coming in at 143.68 proof. Now you guys are asking, why is this bottle so low already? Well, because I've got samples that are sent out to a bunch of the Patreons that were part of that live stream. Those samples are in the mail right now for them, because we said that we were going to be, whoever won that, we're going to give away samples to the other people that were part of that live stream that stuck around for Doc. So absolutely amazing bottle right there. I was very, very happy to finally get my hands on my first Hazmat, and I hope those Patreons enjoy those samples as well, because this is an addictive bottle. But next up, when we were on our bourbon hunting video in South Jersey, we picked up a bottle of one of my absolute favorite 1792 offerings. This is the single barrel offering, coming in at 98.6 proof. And oh my God, I don't know if I could talk so highly enough about that bottle. It has the brown sugars, it's got the vanillas, it's got the caramels, it's got everything you're looking for in a really, really decadent bottle. And this is 10 times better than Blanton's, in my opinion. It might even be harder to come by in this area of New Jersey than Blanton's, but for 45 bucks, you are coming out with an absolute dynamite single barrel offering from the distillery itself. And following that bottle, we also acquired for the first time the 1792 Sweet Wheat, and this is coming in at 91.2 proof, and I think that is actually lower proof than the small batch, which comes in at 93.7 proof. But nonetheless, I've heard mixed reviews about this bad boy right here, and I've cracked it open now twice, and I have enjoyed every single sip out of it. It is, as it says, sweet. Not quite sure what other people were finding out of this bottle, but it's a really, really good pour. 91 proof. It's a little bit low for my liking, but it's a nice pour to start your night off with, to get your palate acclimated to the proofing ranges that you might go through that night. It's a nice sweet sip. It's easy to go to. We'll do a review of this bad boy here in the near future as well, because I've seen so many mixed reviews about it, and I want to give my honest opinion about this bottle as well. Let's get into the next bottle. The next bottle that we acquired is another Weller Antique 107. This bad boy we did get for, at MSRP, we paid $63 for it, I believe it was. Last month's bottle was about 80 bucks, but you know, these are starting to hit the shelves a little bit more, and I am very much enjoying these Weller Antique 107s. Now that we've got another backup, I'm going to start drinking this a little bit more. If you don't know, it's coming out at 107 proof. Out of the Weller lineup, it is a wheated bourbon, and it is a delicious bourbon. I talked smack about the Weller Antique 107, the first bottle I had. Thought it drank a little hot for its proof, but going back and forth to it a couple more times here within the past couple of months, I've really opened up to the Weller Antique 107, and it might very well be my favorite Weller product. And finally, for the last bottle of the month, we did get our hands on Old Forester 1924 10-year-old bourbon. As you can see, we are a decent amount down that bottle because It's a good sip. It's a good sip. Is it the best sip? No. In the blind, it did come out in second place, but on top of the other 190 proof bottles of bourbons. The 1920 coming out at 115 proof was a very distinctive sip, being that it was a decent amount of proof points higher than the other bottles in that blind. It's a very, very dark, rich, creamy, delicious pour. The one thing that it does do is it fades off very, very quickly compared to other bottles. Like I've said in that video, I wish that this bottle came out at barrel proof. You know, we get a lot of other 10-year-old barrel proof offerings, such as the Elijah Craig offerings. And hopefully here in February, we can possibly get our hands on the Larceny and the Elijah Craig bottles so that we can do reviews of those as well. But this was the monthly haul, and you know, it was a good haul for January. And like I said, I want to know you guys got your hands on this month down in the comments below. Smash that like button if you're brand new. Hit the subscribe if you enjoyed. And until next time, this has been Nathan with the Everyday Drinker. Cheers.